Hi and welcome, Kat from Sacred Soul Rising. So today I would like to talk about balancing the masculine and the feminine. We all hold the masculine and the feminine within us. The left side of the body is normally represented by the feminine aspect, so the freedom, the flow, the creative energy, the connection to all. Whereas the masculine is the right side of the body, and the masculine comes with structure, comes with logic. You know, if we are talking about the Shakti and Shiva, we know on a Kundalini activation, on a powerful awakening journey, that Kundalini is that feminine energy and it is flowing up. She is dancing up and she is igniting all your chakras. And where does she dance to? Well, she dances to Shiva, and Shiva is held within that third eye. And that is where she dances to, and he holds the space. You see, the divine feminine, the divine masculine always needs to have this beautiful dance and flow of energy. If one part gets into the wounded aspect, it throws the other out of sync. So, for instance, the healthy aspect of the feminine is to know her sovereignty, to know their worth, is to stand in that beautiful feminine creative flow power, to know that you are the creator of your very being. Every single moment of your life, you divine feminine, are creating. Now, if you get into the wounded aspect, then you get into the lower frequencies. Now, we know that everything is energy. And if you are wanting to manifest anything in your life, you have to energetically shift. Often it is portrayed to manifest. We just need to we need to use mantras. We need to just think our way there. This is not, manifesting is nothing to do about thinking. It is everything to do about changing the frequency. And so when the feminine is in her beautiful, healthy aspect of freedom, creativity, being able to be playful but vulnerable, being able to be open, playful, magnetic, compassionate, connected, and being that beautiful flow energy, then she is in those higher states of consciousness. But when she gets into the lower frequencies of feeling betrayed, needing validation, abandonment, fear and lack, and basically dimming down her beautiful light frequency, then she is in the wounded aspects of self. Now, what I would like to stress here is often we see spiritual bypassing. Often we see people pretending that, yeah, I'm all good. But really they've got a massive wounded aspect of feeling like they're not good enough, feeling like, needing that validation. And social media now is ripe with it. It is ripe with people needing that validation. Everything that I do on here is to empower you, is so you can grow and learn. And allowing ourselves to see the shadow aspect and to go, okay, what is rising within me? And maybe you have a big emotion at the moment rising within you of not feeling good enough, not feeling seen, not feeling heard, needing validation in order for you to progress on your journey. If you are feeling, and often what I will say is it doesn't show in straight talking like I'm straight talking now. It will be somebody, maybe your twin flame or maybe a family member or maybe a friend that doesn't give you that validation that you need, or doesn't make you feel in that really empowered state. And so it is at those points that we hold the mirror up and we reflect it back to self, and we go, okay, where am I abandoning myself? Why am I needing that validation? Why am I not stepping into my power? Why am I self-sabotaging what I came here to do? You see, if you are incarnated here on earth at this time, it is because your soul knew that you were ready. And so sometimes we have to look at the shadow aspect and observe. And this is the thing, we're not trying to fix. We're not in fixing energy, because that then goes into the wounded aspect of the masculine. We are in observing energy. Why is this showing up? What is the emotion? Look at what I'm saying. I'm not saying my emotion. I'm saying the emotion. Because when we do that, we take the power away. And so what is the emotion trying to show me? I'm going to observe it. And when we go into observing energy, we're in a very beautiful feminine. We're in an empowered state. We're in a freedom state. We're in a vulnerable state. But we're also in that magnetic frequency of abundance. And we can see the wounded aspect without actually stepping fully into the wounded aspect. And by doing that, we heal at a very, very conscious level. Often the feminine can get into the victim frequency of, well, everybody else can do it. I just can't do it. It's not my time yet. It is your time now. There has never been a better time for the divine feminine. And the divine feminine is here to create, but create from a place of flow. Create from the feminine aspect, not from the wounded. I talked about this in Awakened Consciousness the other day, and I often talk about it in Divine Feminine in a temple. For years, the feminine has actually been in a lot of the wounded aspect of the masculine. And now we are healing that. We are able to be in that beautiful ebb and flow of the feminine, of knowing when it's time to rest, when it's time to come home, but also when it's time to create. We realize as the feminine, we are like the seasons. There are times when we are in full bloom. There are times when we are planting for our seed and our growth. There are times when we need to let go and surrender, and like the autumn. There are also times when we come home to self and we rest and we rejuvenate, like the winter. You, divine feminine, are in beautiful flow like the seasons. The masculine essence of you. And here's the thing, if you're on a twin flame journey, if you are in chasing push energy, you cannot allow in that state of frequency the divine masculine to come into the full healthy embodied masculine energy when you are in the wounded aspect of the masculine. This is a dance, this is a flow, this is a balancing frequency. The healthy masculine is logic, is the protector, is grounded, is focused, is self-reliant, is that beautiful space holder that is also connected to the emotions, to the heart chakra, to the solar plexus, but knows that they are that beautiful masculine sovereign being, here to rise, here to hold space for the feminine, here to dance with the feminine, not to control, not to take away the feminine power, but to dance, to know that there is a beautiful balance between the two, and both have beautiful qualities. And when both are in the empowered state of the masculine and the feminine, that is when the beautiful harmonization, that is when equilibrium is created. If you need to work deeper on this, Divine Feminine Inner Temple is there. I am passionate about every single woman, every single man working with their masculine and their feminine to balance the frequency. Because when we balance that frequency, we move into a higher state of consciousness. We move into that love frequency, that abundance frequency, that gratitude frequency. And guess what? That is when our frequency changes into a beautiful magnetic force. Knowing that we are that creative energy. You are creating everything that is showing up in your world. And so if you currently have lower vibrations, if you are feeling abandoned, if you are feeling betrayed, if you are needing validation, if you are sat in fear and not moving forward and feeling stuck and feeling frustrated, is because you are not shifting in to that beautiful dance of the feminine and the masculine, embracing all aspects of self. You are here at this time to be that beautiful rainbow between the worlds, to dance between the realms, to know that you have the gifts of the way shower, of the grid worker, of the ley lines, of the seer, the sage, the messenger, the psychic, the healer. You are here as that beautiful being moving through your beautiful ascension process. But in order to do that, there has to be that beautiful balance of the masculine and the feminine. If you need more help and support, my website's there. I send you so much love. Many blessings.